Happy day, water signs. This is your weekly reading for the week of June 18th through June 24th. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for being present. Thank you for showing up for yourself to receive what it is that Spirit would have you to receive through this reading. I appreciate the support that you offer and share with me here on the channel. If it's your first time tuning in for a reading, welcome. I'm Macy LaShawn Sledge, and I'm grateful and thankful to have you here with me. Water signs. As I was meditating, pulling your cards, I felt and I could hear that Spirit is asking you to expand in your awareness. Spirit is asking you to expand in your awareness. And so we're going to get into it, and we're going to see what you are being asked to move through this week. What does that mean? What do you need to move through? What do you need to shift? What do you need to integrate in order to expand in your awareness? What does that mean for you? Why are you being asked to expand in your awareness? We all are, but why is that what's coming through for you during this reading this week? Let's get into it. The oracle card that I have here for you, water signs, is emotional loss. Emotional loss is the card that I have here for you, the oracle card, okay? So we're looking at the heart chakra energy with that emotional loss card. We're looking at the potential of some type of grief, okay? Some type of grief, and this is good because, okay. So like I was saying, Spirit is asking you to expand in your awareness, okay? So for you, water signs, this emotional loss card has everything to do with the idea that when you expand in your awareness, that means a certain version of yourself, a certain aspect of yourself will have to die, okay? That is what that means. So water signs, over the past week or two, you could have been experiencing some heavy emotions, okay? You could have been moving through some heavy emotions, and you're like, I don't know where any of this is coming from. I don't know why I'm crying. I don't know, why I'm feeling heavy right now. Listen, it's because you're experiencing a loss, and what you're losing is a part of yourself. You're losing a part of yourself that is no longer serving you, water signs, okay? And so that is what all of that heaviness, that's what the waterworks, that's what the emotions are all about right now. So give yourself the chance, water signs, throughout this next week to be still, to listen to, so that you can identify what aspect of myself am I being asked to step away from? What aspect of myself am I being asked to surrender? What aspect of myself, what am I being asked to let go of? What is no longer serving me, right? If I'm being asked to expand in my awareness, what can I not bring with me? Because that's what it's all about, okay? That's what this emotional loss is all about. There's something that you're clinging to, that you're holding on to, that you can't bring with you, water signs, whether it's a belief, whether it's a person, whether it's a physical location, whatever it is that you're trying to bring along with you as you're expanding in awareness, you cannot bring that with you, okay? So this is, again, this is why emotional loss is present, and Spirit is saying in order for you to go through this in a tender way, you need to practice presence this week. You really need to practice being present this week, okay? So in the moments when you can slow down, right? In the moments when you can slow down. That's what I'm hearing coming through, water signs. So that you can move through this emotional loss in an empowering way, right? So that you can move through the emotional loss in an empowering way. Okay, again, you may have experienced some grief lately as far as physical death is concerned, but Spirit wants you to see everything, receive every experience as insight. Okay, so if you've experienced some physical death, if you've been moving through grief because of physical death over the last, few weeks, then Spirit wants you to look at that and receive the messages, receive the insight from that experience, especially if it was someone very significant or close. to you, okay? But for the most part, this emotional loss has everything to do with you losing, with you shedding an old version of yourself, a version of yourself, and aspects of yourself that are just no longer serving you, okay? The first card that we have here is the Four of Wands. Okay, the Four of Wands. So last week, Earth signs, something that came through for Pisces in last week's reading was this message that you are not a natural isolationist. That was for Pisces. And so the Four of Wands coming through for you, water signs, is letting me know that the overall vibe and energy for you all is community. Okay, it's support, it's togetherness, it's friendship. Okay, and so if you are experiencing or moving through these emotions, moving through these feelings, moving through this emotional loss, okay, and if you're feeling neglected, if you're feeling alone, if you're feeling as if you have no one to support you through that process, a part of the reason why, water signs, is because you are not giving yourself the chance to ask for support, to ask for help. Okay, because Spirit is showing me that you have people in your corner. There are people that you can go to, even if you haven't spoken to them in a very long time. Spirit is saying there are people that you can go to. There are people that you can lean on. There are people who will show up, who will support you. Okay, and that's what the Four of Wands is speaking to. The Four of Wands is speaking to the power of community. And if you feel as if you've been isolated, or if you are feeling alone, water signs, it's not because the community is not there. It's because in your mind, you're causing yourself to believe that it's not there. You're causing yourself to believe that you're all alone. And Spirit is saying through the Four of Wands, that's not true. You have people who are on your side. You have people who want to show up, who want to support you through whatever it is that you're moving through, okay? But you have to surrender this lie that says you're a natural isolationist, that says you're a natural born loner, or, you know, whatever it is that you tell yourself. You need to surrender that mindset, because that mindset is what's keeping you in this space of being alone, of feeling isolated. It's not that there's nobody present for you. It's not that there's nobody available to support you. It's the mindset that you're holding on to. So Spirit is asking you this week to really surrender that mindset, to shift your perspective, okay? And then we have the Devil. Okay, we have the Devil. We have the Devil. And I had to do that, okay, because it's not really what it's referring to, but it's not referring to Christianity's devil. It's referring to, okay, first of all, let's look at the image on the card, okay? And let's look at this space in between here, in between these two figures, and let's really pay attention to that space there, okay? Because the Devil card is referring to take a deep breath in, water signs, and sigh it out. Deep breath in and sigh it out. Wow. 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 With the Devil card, the word that's coming through right now, water signs, is conviction. Conviction. And what I'm hearing, okay, what I'm hearing is that I'm hearing Spirit say that you have been so convicted. You've been so convicted okay? And I don't even know if this is how I'm supposed to be saying this, but I'm hearing the word conviction. Like you truly believe in this idea that you are all alone and that you have no one and that you are by yourself. You truly believe in this idea that you are isolated from the world, okay? And Spirit is saying through the Devil card, you have a choice. You have a choice. You have a choice in the matter. And what you are experiencing is what you're choosing. Okay, so when we look at emotional loss, water signs, that's the aspect of yourself that you're being asked to surrender. That's the aspect of yourself that you're being asked to move on from, is this aspect of yourself that is experiencing what it is that you're choosing, which is the isolation, the loneliness, the feeling unsupported, okay? And then know that there's something else for you to choose. There's a new reality for you to choose. But this new reality comes through you. This new reality appears through you. And this new reality appears depending upon what you choose. Okay? So the Devil is speaking to, you need to choose a new conviction. You need to choose a new conviction, okay? That's what the Devil is speaking to. The Devil is saying, listen, you've been so convicted in this lie over here. We need you to choose something else to be convicted in, to feel convicted in, okay? Choose something else to believe. Choose a belief that's going to empower you and lift you up rather than keep you down, okay, water signs? So that's what you're being asked to move through, okay? And then we have the Ten of Cups, which pairs perfectly with the Four of Wands, because the Ten of Cups, again, speaks to community, friendship, harmony in relationships, togetherness, teamwork, okay? And here's what's coming through with the Ten of Cups. Spirit is letting you know that as soon as you choose a new conviction, as soon as you choose to surrender this aspect of yourself that is keeping you isolated, right? Because if you're feeling isolated, if you're feeling alone, you're doing it to yourself, water signs. Okay, again, last week I told Pisces, listen, you are not a natural isolationist. That is a trauma response. So Spirit is asking you to stop responding to the trauma. Okay, because the trauma is what you're responding to. The trauma subconsciously is what's keeping you isolated. And so Spirit is saying, listen, here's the reward. When you make a new choice, this is your reward. Harmonious relationships that truly reflect back to you the truth of who you are. Relationships that lift you up, that build you up, that empower you, that encourage you. Okay, that's the reward if you can make a choice. If you can be consistent in choosing the new reality, if you can surrender the old reality. Okay, so as I was saying, talking about emotional loss, talking about emotional loss, what you're grieving is this, because what you're seeing even right now, water signs, is that you're seeing that you can't do things how you've always done them. Okay, you're seeing that. You're feeling the effects in your body. You're feeling the effects in your body. And part of the reason why the feeling of loneliness and isolation is appearing to be even heavier than it's ever been before is because Spirit is trying to get you to expand in your awareness. Okay, so You're moving on. You're moving on, water signs. And so don't get caught up in the feeling. Feelings are not facts. Feelings are temporary. Don't get caught up in the feelings. What's happening and the reason why you may be feeling things so a lot heavier than usual is because you're moving on. Spirit is calling you forward. Okay? Scorpio, your clarifying card is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords. Scorpio. The Eight of Swords. Scorpio, the Eight of Swords. You've been living in your head, Scorpio. You've been living in your mind. You've been allowing your thoughts to harm you. Okay, I'm hearing self-harm, Scorpio. I'm hearing self-harm. So the version of you, Scorpio, that you're grieving, the version of you that you're being asked to release, the version of you that's dying, the aspect of yourself that's dying, is this version of yourself that harms you with your thoughts. You use your thoughts to harm you, Scorpio. You use your own thoughts against you, against yourself, okay? A self-harm isn't just cutting or something that we do to ourselves physically. It isn't just becoming addicted to drugs or alcohol or whatever. You can also become addicted to these self-defeating, self-sabotaging thoughts, and that's what I'm hearing for you, Scorpio. I'm hearing that you are addicted to these self-sabotaging thoughts, and you allow your thoughts, these thoughts that play over and over in your mind, you allow these thoughts to harm you. And so Spirit is asking you to really tune in, Scorpio, to identify what these thoughts are, and then give yourself permission to identify the contrast. And then start working with affirmation, Scorpio. That's going to be so important to you over these next few weeks, is to identify these thoughts that you're allowing to harm you. Identify the contrast, which would be the truth, right? These thoughts that are harming you, they're lies. Identify the thought, what is true. And then create affirmations based on what you're seeing is true, so that you can affirm the truth, so that you can ground into the truth. Okay, Scorpio? Pisces, your clarifying card is the Five of Coins. Your clarifying card is the Five of Coins, and I'm hearing a quote that a yoga teacher says all the time. She says all the time, nobody is coming to rescue you. God sent you. Nobody is coming to rescue you, Pisces, because God sent you. God sent you. God equipped you, Pisces. God prepared you, Pisces. God has given you the tools, Pisces. Okay? Nobody is coming to rescue you, Pisces, because God sent you. God equipped you. That's what I have for you. And Cancer, your clarifying card is the Hierophant. Okay? Cancer. Spirit is reminding you that you are a wise, wise, wise being, that you are a wise creator. Okay? That you carry wisdom within your body. You have access to an infinite wisdom and knowledge, okay? And Spirit is asking you to really begin to look inside. Cancer, Spirit is saying, if you want to create this majestic life for yourself, look inside. Look inside towards your magic. Because you get caught up in Cancer in wanting to satisfy the status quo's standards and perspectives about how we should be doing things and creating things for ourselves. And Spirit is reminding you that you have access to the answers. You have access to, there's a blueprint that you're not accessing, Cancer. And so Spirit is really asking you to spend some time in meditation. Disconnect. disconnect from social media, Cancer. Disconnect from the noise. Spend some time spend some time with yourself, right? So where you struggle with feeling isolated and alone, Spirit is asking you to intentionally carve out alone time so that you can meditate and connect with this magic that lives within you. Connect with your blueprint so that you can live a life that is truly reminiscent of who you are, okay? Of who God is calling you to be. So, water signs, that is your weekly reading for the week of June 18th through June 24th. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any thoughts or questions, make sure you leave them in the comments. I want to invite you to join me for the weekly group meditation that I host on Thursday, June 22nd. You can sign up for that by clicking on the link in the description box. If you want to work with me one-on-one, you can also go to the description box and click on that link in order to book your appointment. Again, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you feel called. I'll see you next time.